ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देव गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone for the glorification of Srīmad Bhāgavatam. We are discussing Canto 1, the creation, Chapter 12, the birth of Emperor Parīkṣit. And yesterday we were discussing verse 19, and we'll continue our discussion from verse 19 onwards today. But before we begin the talk on verse 19, just reflecting on Maharaj Parīkṣit, the great lineage that he carries, the great lineage, parentage that he carries, the great devotee that he is of the Lord, and how he is glorified in this chapter. So I was listening to a class of His Grace, His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, and he explained this thing very nicely in his class that every devotee of the Lord has a single pointed attention, is to glorify the Lord according to his purification. And he lives his life in such a way that Krishna's quality get broadcasted. And Lord being all knower, knows the desire of the heart, knows the desire of his devotees. He arranges the life of his devotees in such a way that Krishna's glorification is manifested throughout the world. He puts the devotees in a difficult situation just to show the world that how surrendered he is, how unflinching faith he has in Krishna, and how Krishna protects his devotee always. Krishna asked Arjuna to declare in Bhagavad Gita that Kaunte hi pratijanihi me na me bhakta pranashyati, that Arjun declared boldly that my devotees never perishes. And he proves that in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, where Arjuna was fighting with Bhishmadev. Bhishmadev was fighting so ferociously against him, and where Arjuna couldn't fight, he was about to get killed. And Krishna, who had taken a vow of not to fight or not to take a weapon, he actually picked up the wheel of the chariot to fight against Bhishmadev. And Bhishmadev, seeing his Lord in front of his eyes, because Bhishmadev is also a great devotee, he surrenders his life. He gave up his weapon in front of his beloved God Parthasarathi. He remembers this beautiful form of the Lord, Yuthi Taraga Virajo Vidhumra Vishwa Kacha Lulita Swamravi Alankritashe. So this is the form that he was remembering when he was leaving the world. So this is the loving reciprocation between the Lord and his devotees. Srila Prabhupada is actually another example. Srila Prabhupada, when he came to the Western world, so much difficulty he faced, and he did not complain even once. Krishna put his devotee, Krishna put him through these difficulties so that his devotees are glorified. And then world knows that Krishna protect the devotees, and other side devotee also like being the part of Krishna's plan. And now applying or connecting these to Maharaj Parīkṣit. Maharaj Parīkṣit has a great father, Abhimanyu. When he entered the Chakravyuh, he knew that he is risking life because he didn't know the way of coming out. But he still goes in because he understands that is part of Krishna's plan. So when Maharaj Parīkṣit, born with such a parentage, when he is saved by Krishna in the womb of Mother Uttara, he was Vishnurat. So he's such a king, has such a many great qualities, and that actually quality starts from verse 18 and goes onwards. So with keeping this understanding in our mind, let's continue verse 19. So in verse 19, we discussed up to the explanation of Manu in the puppet, and we are up to now Lord Ram. Let's recite the verse. Brahmana uchuhu partha prajavita shakshad ikshvakuriva manavaha brahmanya satya sandhascha ramo dasharayatharvitha. Translation. The learned Brahmana said, O son of Pritha, this child shall be exactly like King Ikshvaku, son of Manu, in maintaining all those who are born, and for following the Brahminical principles, especially in being true to his promise, he shall be exact like Lord Ram, the personality of Godhead, the son of Maharaj Dashrath. So in verse 18, Maharaj Yudhishthira asked this question to the Brahmanas that what qualities would Maharaj Parīkṣit have? Will he be as saintly and as famous as the ancestors in this family? And in response to that, Brahmana actually starts responding from verse 19 up to verse 25, glorifying King Parīkṣit, mentioning his different qualities, comparing with him his various powerful spiritual personalities. And in this verse, the two qualities of his are mentioned, which is first one of him maintaining all those who are born, so maintaining Praja, which is of course a quality of a leader, and like Manu, like Ikshvaku, who is the son of Manu, and the next quality is following the Brahminical principles. Specifically, the quality that is mentioned here is being true to the promise that he kept. An example that is explained in the puppet is Lord Ram. Would anyone like to read the puppet, starting from Lord Ram and the explanation further? Okay.
Harekrishna, I can read.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Lord Rama, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, incarnated himself as Sri Rama, accepting the sonhood of his pure devotee Maharaja Dashratha, the king of Ayodhya. Lord Rama descended along with his plenary portions, and all of them appeared as his younger brothers. In the month of Chaitra, on the 9th day of the growing moon in the Treta Yuga, the Lord appeared as usual to establish the principles of religion and to annihilate the disturbing elements. When he was just a young boy, he helped the great sage Vishwamitra by killing Subahu and striking Marika, the two demons who were disturbing the sages in their daily discharge of duties. The Brahmanas and Kshatriyas are meant to cooperate for the welfare of mass of of the mass of people. The Brahmana sages endeavor to enlighten the people by perfect knowledge, and the Kshatriyas are meant for protection. Lord Ramachandra is the ideal king for maintaining and protecting the highest culture of humanity, known as the Brahmanya Dharma. The Lord is specifically the protector of the cows and the Brahmanas, and hence he enhances the prosperity of the world. He rewarded the administrative demigods by effective weapons to conquer the demons through the agency of Vishwamitra. He was present in the bow sacrifice of King Janaka, and by breaking the invincible bow of Shiva, he married Sita Devi, daughter of Maharaja Janaka. Shall I continue, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Prabhu.
After his marriage, he accepted exile in the forest of 14 years by the order of his father, Maharaja Dasharatha. To help the administration of the demigods, he killed 14,000 demons, and by the intrigues of the demons, his wife Sita Devi was kidnapped by Ravana. He made friendship with Sugriva, who was helped by the Lord to kill Vali, brother of Sugriva. By the help of Lord Rama, Sugriva became the king of Vanaras, race of the gorillas. The Lord built a floating bridge of the stones on the Indian Ocean and reached Sri Lanka, the king of Ravana, who kidnapped Sita. Later on, Ravana was killed by him, and Ravana's brother Vibhishana was installed on the throne of Lanka. Vibhishana was one of the brothers of Ravana, a demon, but Lord Rama made him immortal by his blessings. On the expiry of 14 years, after settling the affairs at Lanka, the Lord came back to his kingdom Ayodhya by flower plain. He instructed his brother Shatrughna to attack Lavanasura, who reigned at Mathura, and the demon was killed. He performed 10 Ashwamedha sacrifices, and later on he disappeared while taking a bath in Sarayu River. The great epic Ramayana is a history of Lord Rama's activities in the world, and the authoritative Ramayana was written by the great poet Valmiki. Harekrishna Mataji, thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So as we read the purport, it seems like extremely short summary of Ramayana, life of Lord Ram, describing the qualities of Lord Ram. The first in the translation, it mentions that King Parīkṣit would have the Brahminical principles as of Lord Ram. So then question arises, what are the Brahminical qualifications? Definition given in Bhagavad Gita is in chapter 16, first 3 verses. Abhayam Shattva Samshuddhim Gnana Yoga Vyavastiti Danam Damascha Yagnascha Swadhyayastapavajava Ahimsa Satyama Krodha Shantar Shantirapishtunam Daya Bhuteshvalolupam Madhavam Hira Chapalam Teja Kshama Drocham Teja Kshamadriti Shocham Adra Honati Manika Bhavanti Sampadam Devim Abhijatasya Bharataha. So, all these are actually qualities of Brahmana. Abhayam means fearlessness. Sattva Samshuddhim, purification of one's existence. Gnan, knowledge. Damaha, charity. Danam, charity. Damaha, controlling the mind. Yagnaha, performing the sacrifices, and so on. What translation is we can find in Bhagavad Gita. But basically, the Brahminical culture means that following these qualities of truthfulness, cleanliness, controlling the senses, controlling the mind, simplicity, tolerance, having a full knowledge in Krishna consciousness, and then applying these things practically of the knowledge of life and having a faith in a God. So these are basically all Brahminical qualities, and when people practices this quality, the Brahminical culture is revived in the world, and that is so much of need because Prabhupada emphasized this so much in time and again in his purport that we should raise our consciousness at least to the Brahminical level. And another thing that I would like to emphasize here is that the Brahminical qualities are not according not according to the birth, are according to the gunas. That also Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvarna Maya Shishta Guna Karma Vibhagasha. Not according to Janma Karma Vibhagasha, it's according to Guna. So anyone who develops this quality are called Brahmanas. Here we are talking about Lord Ram and King Parīkṣit. They both born in Kshatriya family, but they both possessed such qualities. They both demonstrated such qualities. And these qualities are the basis of leadership. Prabhupada explains in the puppet that those people who take birth on the planet. Prabhupada in the first line of the puppet he uses word praja. He used word praja. That those who take birth in the planet, they need to be protected and they need to be cared. And Prajapati or a saintly king, they understand they understand the purpose of life. They understand this living entity. They also understand why those living entities are here, and they don't have an inclination to exploit them, which is very unlikely, or very actually not unlikely, which is the reverse situation of a present days. Here, current days, leaders are exploitative. They want to make money. They want to. There is no interest. There is no public interest. There is no interest in. Uh, there is no interest in making the people praja, technically, in making the spiritual progress in life. It's all about making money and making actually economical development. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that Mahatmanas tu mam partha devim prakritimāshrita bhajantya manaso gnatva bhuta divyam avyayam. That a Mahatma who is under the control of a spiritual nature, they are great souls, and they see all living entities with equality. That means when they see all the living entities with equality, they can protect them better. They can serve them better. Another verse in Bhagavad Gita, Pandita Samadarshina, that great souls with the equal vision. They don't see a different vision between a cat and a dog, or a dog eater. They see the soul behind the body. He sees the soul in the different phases of the life, and it doesn't discriminate on the basis of body. And that is the example, that is the quality of a greatly king, which will come here and in the later verse also, verse 20, where actually Maharaj Parīkṣit will possess. Brahmana will say in next verse that Maharaj Parīkṣit will possess such quality also. And when there are such leaders and such kings, when there are such leaders actually rule the kingdom, or they are in the position, what happens is that every living being in every case is satisfied, that their needs are met, and then they progress spiritually very nicely. And at the same time, because they are Kshatriya, they can identify and cut down or punish the elements that are disturbing the spiritual progresses. And when everyone's need is met, and that is for good cause. It is, I was hearing the class, and it is said that non-violent police are of no use. So that is the quality of a leadership. In Canto 5, the definition of leadership was actually given by Lord Rishabhdev, that one who cannot deliver another person by instructing in a devotional service should not become a spiritual master, a father, mother, demigod, or a husband. That means it is a duty of a leader. Father or mother are a leader in terms of a family. They lead kind of a family. Spiritual duty of a spiritual master is to deliver the disciple. The duty of the spiritual leader is to provide a guidance and protection to the community so that they can progress in the spiritual life. So it is their duty to deliver those people from the birth, old age, disease, and death. And otherwise, and at the same time, it is their duty to deliver himself also. If they don't do it, if they don't do such, then it's kind of a wasted opportunity. We are given this human birth, and we are not using it to the fullest extent. Prabhupada often uses the word, make the best use of the bed bargain. So to apply this in our life, we also have to invest in the asset that we are given this body, we are given whatever facilities we are given this body and whatever facilities in this world, we use them for spiritual progress. We use them to serve others. We use them to serve Krishna. We use them to serve those who are dependent upon us. There was a very nice analogy that in the garden, if there is one fragrant flower, for example, rose, then the entire garden becomes fragrant. Entire garden becomes fragrant or scented. Similarly, when somebody present within the community with a very good saintly quality, everyone gets benefit, and and that they become role model. They become role model, or people aspire to become like that. And Lord Ram was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here there is a talk of Lord Ram. Lord Ram was the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. He demonstrated this quality himself when he was on the earth, according to the translation that was given in this verse. King Parīkṣit also possessed Brahmanical quality. Brahmana, and the specific quality that the specific quality again is being true to his promise. So what promise did Lord Ram keep? We pretty much all know the story of Ramayana, that Lord Ram went to exile for 14 years to keep the promise of his father Dashrath gave to his mother Kaikeyi. And this is so happened on the day that he was going to be crowned as a king. He was a young prince, left all the luxuries of a palatial life and entered to the forest accompanied by Sita Devi and his brother Lakshmana. And he carried with him nothing but his bow, arrow, and the austere life, and lived a life as a mendicant. Now, Dashrath Maharaj actually dies in the separation of Lord Ram. And after Dashrath death, when his brother Bharat finds out about that, how his mother Kaikeyi and her maidservant Manthara actually made the conspiracy to kick out Lord Ram from the kingdom and made Bharat as a king. He actually went out for the search of Ram in the forest. Lakshman was there with Lord Ram, and he saw Bharat from very far coming, and he goes to Lord Ram and says that Bharat is coming. He is, because he could see the chariot and everything coming. Like he thought that he is coming here to fight, and he says this to Lord Ram that Bharat is coming to fight with us. And Lord Ram said no. Lord Ram understands him, and he said no, he is not coming here for fight. Lord Bharat comes, meets Ram. He fell at the feet of Lord Ram and says that this is your kingdom. You come back to Ayodhya and rule, be a king. And Lord Ram refuses that because he has promised to his father. So that was such such his promise keeping. Even though he knew that it was unfair, he stood by the principle. And Maharaj Parīkṣit is going to be born with such a quality. That will come, his quality will come in the later chapter of this Canto. But yeah, so that's the end of this puppet. We are 5 minutes away. Before we move to next verse, does anyone have any comment or correction or suggestion for this verse? 。 Okay. Let's go to text 20. Esha data sharanyascha yatha yoshina rashibi yasho vita nita svanam doshyantir eva yajvanam. What word? Eshaha, this child. Data, donor in charity. Sharanyaha, the protector of the surrendered. Cha, and. Yatha, as. He, certainly. Anu, Aushiranaha, the country name Ushinara. Shibihi, Shibi. Yashaha, fame. Vitanita, the disseminator. Swana, the kingsman. Doshyantiha Eva, like Bharata, the son of Dushyanta. Yajvana, of those who have performed many sacrifices. Translation and the purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: this child will be munificent donor of charity and the protector of the surrendered, like the famous King Shibi of Ushinara country. And he will expand the name and the fame of his family, like Bharat, the son of Maharaj Dushyanta. So now in this purport, there are two more qualities of Maharaj Parīkṣit is described. First quality is Data. He is the donor in the charity. And the second quality is Sharanyaha, the protector of the surrender. Purport. A king becomes famous by his acts of his charity, performance of yagnas, protection of surrender, etc. A Kshatriya king is proud to give protection to the surrendered soul. This attitude of king is called Ishvara Bhava, or factual power to give protection in righteous cause. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord instructs living beings to surrender unto Him, and He promises all protection. The Lord is all powerful and true to His word, and therefore He never fails to give protection to His different devotees. This actually explains the quality of Lord Achyuta. We often talk about Virat Krishna Prabhu actually often asks question different meanings of different name of the Lord. Lord Achyuta is basically a quality of the Lord who never fails in giving promises. A king in keeping promises, not giving promises. The king, being representative of the Lord, must possess the attitude of protection to the surrendered soul at all risk. Maharaj Shibi, the king of Ushinara, was an intimate friend of Maharaj Yayati, who was able to reach heavenly planets along with Maharaj Shibi. Maharaj Shibi was aware of the heavenly planet where he was to be transferred after his death. And the description of the heavenly planet is given in Mahabharata Adi Parva 96 from 6 to 9. Maharaj Shibi was so charitably disposed that he wanted to give over his acquired position in the heavenly kingdom to Yayati, but he did not accept it. Yayati went to heavenly planet along with the rishis like Ashtaka and others on the inquiry from the rishis. Yayati gave an account of Shibi's pious act when all of them were on the planet path to heaven. He became the member of assembly of Yamraj, who has become his worshipful deity. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, the worshipper of the demigods goes to the planet of the demigods, Yanti Deva Vrata Devan. Maharaj Shibi has become the associate of the great Vaishnava authority Yamraj on the particular planet. Just to touch on this a little bit, Maharaj Shibi has become the associate of the great Vaishnava authority on that particular planet of Yamraj. So Yamraj is also known as for his charity. The duty of Ramraj is basically to punish is not the right word, but this is what is coming in my mind, that to punish the living entities according to their activities on this planet. But at the same time, Yamraj is a devotee. He is Mahajan. So by nature, he is compassionate. and his duty is to punish someone. So how contradictory it is for a Yamraj to punish someone where his nature is not that. And Maharaj Shibi, possessing a very similar quality like Yamraj, Maharaj Shibi become a great associate of a Vaishnava authority Yamraj on this particular planet. Because he was also as charitable as Yamraj. He went to the planet of Yamraj. While he was on the earth, he became very famous as a protector of a surrendered soul and donor of charity. The king of heaven once took the shape of the pigeon, of the hunter bird, eagle, and Agni. We are 7 o'clock. I want to quickly talk about the story of Maharaj Shibi, if that's okay with everyone. I should not take more than 2 or 3 minutes.
Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So Maharaj Shibi was actually a great king, and he is very much known for his responsible leadership, his protection, and his charitable nature. His glories, because he was known, his glories actually reached to heaven. Lord Indra is also reached to heaven. Lord Indra, all the demigods became aware of it, and they wanted to taste Shibi Maharaj. So what they did is Lord Indra took the form of the eagle, and Lord Agni or Agni Dev actually took the form of a dove. And both of them actually went towards, took the form of the bird, and they flew towards the palace of Maharaj Shibi, where he was distributing charity to the poor. The scene was such that dove was flying out of the fear of an eagle who was Lord Indra, who was trying to eat the dove because so he was trying to eat the dove, and dove in the fear of saving his life goes to Maharaj Shibi and seeks the protection. Eagle who was actually chasing the dove also came on the same where Maharaj Shibi and the dove were sitting, and dove asked Maharaj Shibi that, okay, I'm going to be killed by this eagle, please protect me. And Maharaj Shibi, he was a Kshatriya, he was very much known for the protection, he was very much known for the leadership. He said, okay, I will protect you, I will save you from all the harm, do not fear. And that time eagle said that I'm hungry, and if you tried to, and he was hungry, he was trying to snatch away the dove actually. And he says that, and then Maharaj Shibi stops him that no, he is under my protection, you cannot take him. And then eagle in response say that, but I am also, I'm a carnivore, and this eagle is actually, and this dove is actually my food, and you cannot take away my food. This dove has taken your shelter, and you are saving him. Then what about me? You should also save me. If you are giving me food, you are condemning me to die. And in response to that, Maharaj Shibi says that, okay, you because I have given promise to dove not to kill, I can give you something else, which is the equal amount of the weight of the dove. And the eagle disagrees that no, I want the dove only. Then Maharaj Shibi gives a counter offer. Okay, that if you do not want the dove, how about I give the flesh of my body, which is of the dove, and you eat that. And this way you won't be deprived of your food. And the eagle, or who is in the form of eagle, who is actually basically Lord Indra, he agrees. So he gets this weighing scale, tula, where on the one side he puts the dough and the other side Maharaj Shri started cutting the flesh of his body. And it happens magically that the doughs suddenly start increasing the weight. So Maharaj Shri started cutting the flesh of his body, and because of the increase of the day, he was cutting so much, and it was still not equal to the weight of the dough. At the end, what happens is Maharaj Shibi or King Shibi set himself on the weighing scale, and that's when it equates to the weight. And then he says that, okay, if it's giving up my life for the sake of the protection of this dough, so be it. I'm happy to give up my life. Oh eagle, you can eat me, and you won't be starved, and at the same time the poor dough is also saved. And by hearing this word, the eagle revealed his identity. He showed that I am Indra, and the dove also revealed his identity that he is Agnidev, and they actually applauded King Sibi for his ability to keep promise, his ability for his quality of protection, and for his quality of giving charity. And Maharaj Parīkṣit, we throughout his life, that will come in later chapter. Chapter 17 would mainly talk about it. That Maharaj Parīkṣit would also imbibe such qualities. I would stop here now. If anyone has any comments or correction or suggestion, please feel free to unmute and please share.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. May your day goes nice in Krishna Conscious Day. Krishna willing, we'll see you all tomorrow for again the glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Teacher.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.